right, I'd like to call the Audit Committee meeting of the Hudson River Electric Regulating District to order. Just please stand and address the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Ferrara, roll.
Mr. Chairman. David Bergstrasser.
Here.
Albert Hayes.
Here.
Mark Finkel.
Here.
Jeffrey Rosenthal.
Here.
Anthony Netto.
Here.
Robert Moore.
Excused.
Thank you. Michael Clark.
Here.
Robert Lester.
Here.
Robert Fulton.
Here.
John Hudson.
Here.
Stephanie Rizicki.
Here.
Richard Ferrara. Here. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I need a motion to either adopt or revise the meeting agenda.
So moved.
Mr. Hayes.
I'll second it.
Mr. Bergstrasser.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. I need approval of the June 9th, 2015 Audit Committee meeting minutes.
So moved.
Mr. Hayes.
I will second that.
Mr. Bergstrasser.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So moved. All right, now the committee business. We have the presentation of the independent audit from Mr. Farrar. Could you summarize that, please?
I will, Mr. Chairman. I believe the board should have a copy of the just received final audit, which is probably about as late as we received an audit, but there were a couple of important reasons for that. First and foremost, on page 1, you will find the independent auditor's report. On page 2 of that report, on the top is the opinion. And once again, based on the opinion we have from the auditor, it is again unqualified, as we expected. The reason for the delay in the audit is largely due to, if you look at item 2 on page 2, emphasis of matter. There was a fairly involved gas fee statement number 68, which has to do with the accounting and financial reporting for pensions. That is extensively discussed on page 15, and in a nutshell, this gas fee statement came out in 2012, and it had to do with approving a pair of related statements that reflect a substantial way to improve the accounting reporting for pensions by state and local governments. That was gas fee 67. The one that applies to us is statement 68, which is accounting and financial reporting for pensions for governments that provide their employees with a pension. The guidance contained in those statements basically changes how the government needs to calculate and report the costs and obligations of the associated pension in some important ways. It's basically designed to improve the decision usefulness of the reported pension information, and as always to increase transparency. This specific statement 67 incorporates a new hard line division between the actual accounting from the funding. The initial statement got into how state and local entities would ultimately fund and recognize some liability to the pension. This talks more about having to recognize the true liability of the state and then the particular political subdivision, such as the district, up front. And but the funding will happen at some point. There isn't anybody yet there isn't a political subdivision which is told that you need to fund your pension liability in some way going forward, because it would be, the materiality of that is off the charts. So right now all it is, and essentially at the end of the day, all this does is add, for us specifically, it adds a couple $100,000 to the pension liability. We would generally recognize something smaller than that, But at the end of the day, $200,000 on the balance sheet really isn't a material item. Once they come up with a way to start funding it, then you're talking about a game changer, but we are a long way off from that.
What do you mean by a long way? Years, 10 years?
Oh, years, because it has to be an act of, it has to come through the assembly, and so
Okay,
it has to be passed through law.
through the House.
And there is probably a number of bills that have addressed it, but none that have passed as of yet.
Okay.
So, I'm not going to get into a lot of detail, but on page, just pay particular attention to all of the summary of significant accounting policies continued on, which is number 2. Starts on page 14, which is basically the summary of all of the significant accounting changes. In our case this year, it's only that one particular GASB report. For the most part, this was a fairly straightforward audit. All of this GASB 67 analysis was done post-audit. So the audit was basically done, the auditors were gone, they were putting the numbers together, and then the 67 and 68 reared its ugly head and had to be dealt with.
Okay.
On page 5, actually on page 6, under operations summary, real quickly, this is in every audit. It's part of the management discussion and analysis portion of the audit. It gives you a summary of the operations, and it goes back 3 years. I'll focus on the Hudson River area in this case, 13, 14, 15. You can see the bottom changes in that position number. You can see since 2013 where it was a negative $4 million and change. Last year it was a negative $3 million and change. Those two numbers largely due to write-offs of the previous 3-year assessment and having to do with getting us to the consent agreement. And now this year is the first year we don't have any of those significant write-offs, and we've gotten the number down to $540,000. Next year, I think that number is going to turn black. So quite a bit of progress in 4 years. The Black River has been, their number has been fairly static.
Mm-hmm.
2013 it was 152,000, negative 68, and this year it is
Broke even.
broke even.
Good.
On page 11, this is where that GASB 68 item is. Everybody there?
Yeah.
If you look under non-current liabilities, which is 3/4 of the way down, far right-hand column, which is year 2014, not the year we just closed, but the prior year. GASB 68 became effective for that year, so it required a restatement in 2014. Under non-current liabilities, you see proportionate share of New York State retirement net pension liability, $213,740. That was the net result of that GASB bulletin. And that calculation and that net pension liability, which this year, or this last closing fiscal year, June 30th, 2015, was on a 59,790. So that number, that'll be a number going forward every year until, at which point they figure out a way to start funding it, which will reduce that number.
Okay.
Last but not least, on page 50. It's the balance sheet. It's the balance as of a period, and in this case, it's either 2014 or 15. And I've already talked about this. So on page 14 and 15, once again, you have to overstate this, but those are the important footnotes that the board should focus on, and they are the reason why this particular audit is 51 pages and not 28. And they go on forever, essentially. So
this is all the GASB information from
Correct.
14 on?
yeah, and there's other GASB, there's 71, but they're all related to the recognition of the pension liabilities. Some of them talk about specifically how it needs to be calculated, you got to continue it back, and others just basically say you have to do it, so. Aside from that, again, this has been fairly straightforward audit, once again unqualified, and that is my
Very good.
report of the audit, if there's any questions. There is, the board is tasked required to approve, accept, resolve anything about the audit. It is what it is, and it'll be posted on the district's website.
So we don't need to take any action on it?
You do not.
Okay. All right, well,
And then, which will also
Questions?
allow us to complete our Paris report.
okay. Any other questions?
I have none.
Then I would move for an adjournment.
Make that motion.
Mr. Hayes?
I'll second it.
Mr. Burns, that's all.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Adjourned.